We na economy governance registration where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This na your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about saloon economy.
We not just any radio. We na economy governance registration where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This na your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk.
Family, good evening. So today back day when November they done, so we get one interesting program today on True Talk and the partner radio station across the country. We started 7 o'clock sharp. I think so we don't even late a few minutes. But today we can talk something very important. But the budget, salon budget. Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, he don't read the finance speech, the way they call the budget. And he, say the world they through trying times now. We not know what happen in Ukraine, we not know what happen Europe, we don't know what happen abroad. And then people and they support you, support salon they battle with what they call aid. But this time around, inside this 2025 or 2024 to 2025, all of them things and they don't make now. The round they will be the support you, they all don't retire now. So the Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, a day inside beaucoup difficulty as to how he will fix the budget for 2026. Which he get for do for let finance, which in government call the big 5 game changers, than a high for support for get employment, high for support for get human capital development, high for support this whole thing where they call agriculture, food security. It get that one they all. But you when they listen to me, the budget speech very important for you. Whether you get small business, whether you get school pikin or whether you get host rent or pay, this budget speech is very important. So then I make this program today not to just any kind of program. This now the bread and butter for 2026. So if you now person way they do business, today we talk about tax. The budget speech they talk about boku tax, but boku tariffs them for 2026. The one that way they get interest in welfare, like you want to know about your health condition, you want to know how you feed the home, what's not the cost of food, what's not the cost of bread and butter at the market, even light, electricity. It they all inside the budget speech. Now that make I know say when I say budget speech, but people are not gonna get time for read them. The Finance Act day, the budget speech day, because now from the Finance Act, the minister can the pull, he say like go read the budget for next year. So the budget for next year, 2026, 9 they don't with self 9 they don't read. And but family then we they come get a short break for let we organize something. We'll get back to that quickly.
Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about saloon economy.
We not just any radio. We na economy governance registration where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This na your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salon Economy.
We not just any radio. We na economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way we go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salon Economy.
We not just any radio. We na economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way we go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salon Economy.
We not just any radio. We na economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way we go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salon Economy.
We not just any radio. We na economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way we go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salon Economy.
We not just any radio. We na economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way we go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome.
And apologies for this break we've been getting transmission. I think there are some technical issues we get, glitches that we get. But like I will talk, this is a very important conversation, and because it's important, we'll not get for left hand, so we'll get for talk about it. You know, for anybody where they listen to me, whether you host or whether you get small business where they run, and whether you get big business where they run, this conversation will get about the budget speech is very important. The Minister of Finance, Honorable Fantamadi Bangura, he don't read the budget speech. You know, say the budget speech they read for 2025. Now for 2026, now waiting government for spend, waiting not get for spend pan, the taxes we get for introduce, the excise, the duties. Nine then they read, nine they don't read. So this Friday we pass. It's very important. For you we get small business, if I for let you know who side tax get for go by you. For you we get pikin house, you get for know what you get for spend for feed them. You get for know what you get for spend per house rent. You get for know what you get for spend for per flour, per sugar, per food, per anything. For you where they run transport, you get for know how much you get for buy for fuel. So the budget speech is very important, and I think say everybody for read them. I like sabi read and write. I think say this document here for put inside local language themselves. Then they play on all of the radio stations and let people know about waiting the inside the budget speech. So today we can't talk about this speech where they don't make whether they win and whether they lost. You know, say government say with the increased tax, that tax they sometimes if now you the tax now you they lost. But if now you then they pay the tax to then you win. And so if they say then they make subsidy that means say that money we for pay, you not go pay again. Government say me they pay that money for you. Like for example, when they say school fees, you need pay school fees. So school fees subsidy na end day. So that subsidy they now money government they actually give to you na you host, but just that you know they give to you directly. If they say not pay your school fees again, me they pay the fees na host for you na school. So today we'll get two big allegiance them where they join with today for discuss the budget speech, the Finance Act, and we get Dr. Adam Stevens. Dr. Adam Stevens, for una we know him. Una know say he always there around here. Na been the na a transport sector expert. He did at University of Maryland. He gave a join online today for a lot of talk about this big important topic about the budget speech, which don't change from 2025 to 2026, waiting new and why it matter, waiting for know about them. Another person we na a big economist na salon, now we younger brother, but not a younger brother anymore. Now big man. We na Dr. Victor Moinina. Victor Moinina na economist, a lecturer Institute for Public Administration and Management, what they call IPAM. Now big man, he did all round. So Victor, you can tell family what I do.
Family Unado, and thank you very much to IGR for Unabu me come back today. I know say anytime we una call me na something important, so I love can talk about.
Yes, so thank you very much. So today we can talk about the budget speech. We know say tariff denki high. We know say youth unemployment. They will get for see whether we get for address youth unemployment. But I want to start with you. Before I talk to ask any question, una way they listen to we una for no say by 8 o'clock sharp we'll get for open the line for Leuna. Anybody will get questions, you can ask the question. For those who want to ask questions, contribute to the budget discussion on the budget speech. Now 072641729 072641729 you go call and make your own contribution. So I want to start with you. I don't know if Dr. Adam Stevens today, but I want to start with you, Dr. Moinina. You didn't at the studio with me.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I start with Dr. Moinina. Dr. Moinina, tell me about generally, how you feel see the budget speech generally with that trust.
Well, thank you very much. I'll go through the documents and spend some time for understand what really I make of the document. The first thing I notice is that the documents more they talk about servicing loan, like we get for pay part of we loans them we don't take all this while. And if you put a budget way more oriented on loan servicing, you find out say some of the achievables of government could be short circuit. What do I mean by that? If you look at how best we go for address some of the things that we supposed to address, money no go do follow way for address them. And I noticed back say from the budget, most of the financing go towards presidential travels and other activities then. Now we don't get this discussion thousands of times. I don't consider most of don't talk on this. If we continue for service more of travels, what's not the yield where the travel they carry it? If presidents they go like for this year no more alone, They don't travel more than 32 time out of salon. Waiting they come inside the country. Are we losing? Are we getting? I talk about this on 98.2 and I get a whole backlash. They say me don't know figures, me don't understand how the things. I know the figures. I not can discuss on the figures as much. But they look at the intent. Wait to make it a travel.
Okay.
And when you look at waiting the Minister of Finance, they talk at one point in time, he say some of the travels of the president are paid for by the organizations that they go work with. Like now he's chairman of ECOWAS. So some of the trips away they go for ECOWAS, it's funded by ECOWAS, the travel team, and all of that. If not so it be, we know we'll get much questions. But look at it from this past perspective that even now within ECOWAS we get a problem. Look at Guinea-Bissau.
Okay.
The election will happen.
Okay.
They even get for Iafret, the former president of Nigeria, for they come back home.
We'll get for account to the specifics.
Yes. So I just try to get a background for the people to understand that if you get a budget where most of them go to servicing of debt, it means say your budget's not kind of realistic.
Okay.
Because you know the service debt where you get lots of other things and for do.
Okay.
There's an aspect back where look catch my attention. Then say then go increase the salaries of public servants by 20%, effective September 2026. September 2025, which is this year. But we not see it. We not see the 20% increment it of how I go do. Like I mean, so me a public servant, me a lecturer in a university, I'm paid from the consolidated fund. The 20% we're talking about, we not even see the 15% itself. We then be tell we see then the give we don't struggle. Then finally try for implement and through USL.
Okay.
Now we don't done that party. This budget now they say 20% increment. The question is, if we say effective September 2025, which is like 2 months ago, we're not still see it. So is it realistic?
Okay.
So these are just the things we are just.
I know so you get quite a lot for download from me today, but I want to talk. I want to call in Dr. Adam Stevens. What's your own broad stroke? How you see the budget we come out? Dr. Stevens, you there with we?
Thank you very much, Andrew, and good evening to Arianian. I will piggyback on what Dr. Moin just said. What we clearly see from the budget is the shift. One of the shifts is that government will try for shift away from financing the budget to actually revenue mobilization. So the major thrust of this budget is of this Finance Act, I would say, because the Finance Act now the grandfather of the budget dropped from the act now. The Finance Act now the leading laws for increased tax here or spend here or there. So the major thrust of that Finance Act we need to see is a clear push for revenue mobilization. The government is trying to shift away from one, what it talk about debt, for letting go take debt and finance what they do, either local debts, domestic debt, then they couldn't sell the treasury bills and bonds for raise money and they therefore pay interest on that, or foreign debt. So one of the major things that we at the CDR is that government don't say they cost you a lot for paying for them that debt here. So let we try for raise enough money from within. That's one thing I clearly see. So inside that thing. Another thing I clearly see is compliance. They try for tighten the compliance system within the thing so that they will raise this money that they talk about. For instance, the minimum alternative tax law already inside it. Prior to this, so many companies were exempted. Only large few companies were there. What's a minimum alternative tax basically? Like just explain this for the one that for family that we don't understand that. Some companies they will get very high transactions. When they turn over very high, they play in millions and millions of dollars. But when it comes to time for declare profit, they declare small profit. What they do is that most of them they transfer their cost their money to the international partners. Then. So that small profit go left. So that profit government go tax. Government don't say no. If you declare small profits, you don't go pay this tax on these profits. You have to pay another tax we call the alternative, just so that one side will get money out of that. So now one loophole where they don't try for close, so that they go raise revenue here. Another thing I see is that they try for shift the focus. You know, the tax law itself is not just there for raise revenue. It actually a document government they use for change for influence how we develop, for strategically lay the development aspirations. You go see that there are some commodities in there where they not tax at all. Basically, they try to move away from some commodities where they tax heavily, so that they will make those commodities very expensive for we. We're not going to buy them, and move to other commodities where they want to for consume. For instance, put a lot of tax on fuel, but put no tax on gas because they wonder instead of we use generators now we use, let we use gas and solar. So that's another thing. Then another thing where I see again is there is a lot of protection for the domestic industry. They put a lot of laws, a lot of taxes on basic things like tomato, ketchup, egg. Increase 35 up to 35% taxes on these things because they want to discourage you from consuming that and shift it towards the one that we remains locally. So if I don't want to use too much of time for go through, but if I summarize, I see a government where it is start in 2026 a tight fiscal place. We not get enough money for do what we get for do because because one the debt servicing way Dr. Bidon talk about and so many other things, and then they try to shift the focus from borrowing more. We go jeopardize the future because borrowing basically with the it's today waiting to begin for pay for tomorrow. So they try to move away from that. They try to move away from paying that interest will get for pay for them on their loans will go for take and move to domestic revenue.
Okay.
That's nine I'm interested. Nine also active from this.
Thank you very much. I think say
I will add small thing.
yes. I think say because we really want to go into the specifics.
Yeah.
So it talk about revenue, it talk about compliance.
Yeah.
And I see you don't begin to talk about compliance. Yes. So if you we get for go into the specifics where government they don't cash trap, you don't get better money, but you want for tax, for get more money. But there are concerns about where you get that money, how you get for spend up, and what you get for spend up. So in fact, that the big talk down they will get forget today. Yes. But I really want to start with the specifics. I really want to start first with the big side, which side and one for spend money. We now for food.
Okay. Feed salon.
Yes, feed salon.
Okay.
But I want to start first with petrol.
Okay.
Because at the big side and the petrol, you see say petrol price, they see say them charge something on petrol.
Yes.
So what if you see the implications?
So before we go to that, I just want lay one side on the projected more money we would expect for it. There is an expected amount of $155 million we're supposed to come out from IMF. So that question they on which program that $155 million they get for coming to, because if we they understand who side the money they come, they will go know how we for all government accountable as to how they spend the money. So when you talk about the feed salon gets quite a lot of people who don't invest into them. I've been doing a program quite recently, I think last week on Wednesday, where they launched the database we then get. So then they talk about how the partners they don't come on board, the JICA, the IFAD, the other institutions that really support the Feed Salon initiative, which is quite a good initiative, by the way. Now, Feed Salon not to just a flagship program of the SLPP. Feed Salon is something we all be done to do. Somebody within another media house where we talk on this, where somebody say for the past 30 years agriculture don't die that salon. I was like, if agriculture don't die in a salon, that place that's where it's now outside it come up from. That per mine where it's now outside it come up from. These are all produced locally. But waiting make people know they see in that way they our local farming more or less than for subsistence and for survival and to much. How would they will forget them? We know they produce on that large industrial scale. We will forget surplus for even exports to another country. So we still live within that day. Now for country which you talk about specifically
The
petroleum product. We get a very huge problem with that petroleum business there. Number one, the storage facility we'll get for petrol in a salon is small. If you go down to that place by Eastern, when I APP,
but they add for the tariff. They add.
Hold on, they can't sometimes. That storage day, na APP get them, and because na APP is sort of like partly owned by private individuals, and some parts of an government they own them. So you find out say government not gets that much control as to how we go for handle. Mind you, the storage capacity where we talk about is supposed to go for the whole country. no for just free term. And the cost of petrol, it come off from number one, the dealer them, because we then say they go buy from them people and they say get their own commission, we then say they work on top. For quite some time, I noticed that the price of fuel be done this stagnant. The same thing with the exchange rate for dollar. In fact, as a matter of fact, dollar be done can down. It can down recently to 23.2 or 23.1. Because it be there first 24.
Dr. Fambule will not able to read the budget speech. If they expect for the petrol price go up next year.
Yeah, definitely. They expect that because government states and categorically say they never forget some change in the price of petroleum.
Okay, I want to turn over to you, Dr. Stevens. So, what's that the implication for the changes there, especially for petrol?
Clearly, we see increases in the taxes we get for pay on petrol. That not questionable. For instance, on kerosene, the tax increased by over 140%. Petrol is about 78%. Diesel is about 108%. So we see these things, and I agree with Doctor a little bit that in the short run we will feel some impact. We will feel some impact because in most cases, in the short run, then dealers there and the importers, they don't pass through some of these costs. They're not able to absorb all. But if we now look this thing into a proper economic perspective, okay, let's not just take and solve by face value. Let's put it into a proper economic perspective. And often say over the long run, we therefore feel the impact. For instance, if they increase the price of the tax 100%, so we will see increase in petroleum price by 100%. No, that's not going to happen. There are three factors we are responsible for this. One, think about up to 80% or 80 to 85% of the cost we will pay at the station. It controlled by the global market for crude oil and refining cost. Then to put together, they to go up to 80%. You take another 5% for distribution cost. That way the importer, the tax, the transport you get for pay. The tax itself, the government tax, it accounts for about only 10%. So regardless of how you increase that 10% fee, in order for significantly change the overall price of what we get for pay at the pump. So you even double that 10%. The share of the total cost would be up to maybe 12%.
So you want to say pass oil price?
So that's one. Another it. Another it. So that's one part we have to see in order to feel that impact as much as possible. Secondly, the country don't liberalize the market for petroleum a lot. What does liberalization mean? It means that the importers will never compete with each other. It means that they will look for efficient ways for handling their logistics. It means that they will negotiate better with their suppliers. So all this they bring the cost down. And if this bring the cost down, the prices go down. And that price will go down. It will counterbalance the increase in this part.
Usa can push back on that point a little bit. You know, say right now the global.
Because don't allow me that. Let's tell me points and then come now.
Okay. You get 1 minute to wrap up.
Third point. So I don't give you to tell. Another third point is this particular thing. The correct long-standing distortions in the region. For so long, the taxes that they pay in Guinea, and Liberia, and other countries, a lot higher than the taxes that they pay on petroleum for oil. And that makes petroleum products cheaper compared to those countries. What does that mean? People then they smuggle from Sierra Leone and send them to those places. So when they smuggle from Sierra Leone and send them to those places, then they create artificial demand in Sierra Leone. What the demand not to we get her. And that pressure we demand, we all know from economics 101. Where demand and supply imbalance, demand higher than supply, price they go up. So then pressure the money they increase prices. So this tax, what did this tax they harmonize it, they equalize the playing field. So the demand will be what actually they consume. So this also will push a downward pressure on the price of. So this will counter that tax a little bit.
No, but waiting clearly, Doc. You raise interesting points. But we look at the global market price for oil, the way it don't go down, we'll not see the commensurate decrease in price in Sierra Leone. So then we don't can see tax back. So you see say, and you argue say you go balance down the out. How you go balance out? We at the moment we not even catch up yet with the global decrease that don't take place. So it means if like USA in the US, the cost of fuel the cost of fuel in Salo is high past the cost of fuel in the US.
So there are reasons we can determine the differences because of it. Even in the US, you pass Chevron, for instance, the price now 2.97. You go reach Mobile, the price now Exxon now, the price now $3. So even in the US, all prices they vary from one to another, and there are reasons for that. One is the economy. US now the world's largest producer of oil. You can't take it. They are world's largest consumer, but they are world's largest producer of oil. So they get abundance of oil. So if you get that kind amount of production, we say even if the gap is small, that will help you stabilize.
So we're not for surprise. We're not for surprise if we see fair price increase, Dr. Moinina.
Well, basically,
so I don't tell you say we're not going to surprise. They get to increase, but you're not going to increase as much as how whatever that taxes go by. It's not going to be a complete pass through. Because there are pressures to bring them down a little bit.
Dr. Moinina?
Well, the pressures it will kind of curtail a particular message. We were this sallow, we know so we feel price and go up. The first way then they do, then they begin keep them. Then know they sell and give you at the petrol station. You go to them, will tell you say feel no day. You go see long queues them. Then they actually create that artificial scarcity, like say in all day. Then after that, now you go begin see government will call them to a meeting. We will begin see the price and will begin go up and down. But I kind of concerned because for quite a while, from where this year begin, I think so now I'm getting now don't get fair price then change. But apart from that, we not be getting. So it be kind of done they under control. So I'm kind of surprised that we they say now it come up now the budget for 2026 that there will be some change, which is quite understandable. But how do we now prepare ourselves for this thing? Because trust me, these are the determinants of the cost of living. With the price of fuel go up, transport they go up, with transport go, everything they go up in the country. As a matter of fact, even interestingly, we have the commercial this morning, I noticed rain be the come, and we are getting to December. It's quite interesting that we not be used for here. Now they begin to say, I say, "Hello, all to not go up." Even during season, don't look at. So we are looking at how do we now see these things from that perspective. But this is a very serious thing, and the sad thing is the ordinary man not able to forget that kind of control. Like how many you go to the talk and so we analyze them. Not all man get that kind of understanding. Some man go begin to say, hey, president no they try, government no they try. But these are things we get a lot more implication than waiting we just sit up right now.
That is true. So
I'll just add one point. Like I said earlier, this increases is not just about revenue. Now also now a structural change the government they try to do. For shift we away from consuming too much petroleum to other means, especially we talk about renewable energy. If you look at the minister's speech, it talks with importation of petroleum products actually go down from 2024 to 25. It not increase, even though population they increase, we get more vehicles registered, but yes, the petroleum product go down. Why? The one thing is, then solar things that we don't come out a little bit. We they see so many solar panels going up in Freetown in the villages. When that happens, people they shift away. The second consumer of petroleum products now we home them. The first one is the vehicles, the cars, the way they use. The second one now we home them. We personal electricity, the way they use. So if the government succeed for convince we say we don't need to buy generators, but we need to put solar panels. Because they don't put zero taxes on solar panels, we're going to make them cheaper and gas will be higher. It's something good for the economy going forward. Now, something good for jubilee.
So I think that's really interesting. The structural shift where government they anticipate in the economy and how it want for kind of compel consumers and for consume certain things in a certain direction. But I want to we really come back to food, because this look on food, egg, bottled water, tomato paste, paste tomato paste and ketchup, they increase by 35%. So it means if you buy ketchup 100 leons, you buy now 135 leons. You already buy egg. If egg lot talks a 5 dozen egg now 100 leons, now 5 dozen egg will cost 135 leons.
No. You didn't miss the maths. Let's just correct that point before you go.
Okay.
They increase the importation tax.
The importation tax. The overall tax. Okay, sorry. It's my bad. Let me just correct that. So the importation tax increased by 35%. But whatever the case, even if it's a minimal increase, where you calculate all of that, and the bottom line, the big.
Yeah, because how will the ordinary people
So
pay for that day?
I want to start with you. So, Dr. Moina, so citizens therefore expect increase, like you already listen to me now. Bo and Kenny, my McKinney, you for expect say like when they say now ketchup, egg and water, bottle water. We got to go to them products and they one by one because they all get implications.
So what me make for understand about that? I dey say Alexi, government dey try to give you another alternative. So if you talk about egg, so we get a local poultry and as a so where they make egg them. As a matter of fact, most of the time some of we they consume the local one them, and because of that, you find out say the price of will kind of reduce a bit from match up to that day. But things like ketchup, things like tomato paste, we don't get them factory in a salon. So how we get for compete with that day? You go now say black market rates they can be beaucoup now because somehow we see come on and then border towns and it gets cheaper than a guinea. They can pump on the economy and people won't even look at the expiry date of this product. So when go to expire, but they will not even look at it. So it's a really big concern because one, if you talk about the holistic tax revenue where they increase on that, it means say even the unit price get for change. Right now for egg, if you gonna shop the 1 crate egg, then they sell at 150 for the 1 crate. Somebody sell at 160, somebody sell at 170. It depends on who side you go buy. If we can't get that change, it might be that we will even begin for about 180 or sometimes 200. And say some businesses then when I then depend per. They know say these are the products and they use every day, like the one that we get bakery, the one that we do cakes and all of these things. So we got to look at how best we will for consider. Now, the bigger picture is this. If government they talk about this increment, what alternative do we have? If I don't want to consume Bama mayonnaise, if I don't want to consume any imported mayonnaise, do we have a locally produced mayonnaise here?
Interesting. We don't. So I think it means, in fact, now we talk about the winners and the losers.
Yeah.
So this will create an opportunity now for let you go invest in ketchup because you see government don't create incentive. But I'll turn over to you.
There is something back where we don't start. Yeah. You remember I said we get this Sabrico sardine. The consumer taste that alone, not actually conditioned to them. Most people prefer for buy CPR with them sabi.
CPR sardine.
CPR sardine na sabi como Morocco, kaya. That Sabrico way in fact somebody that talks says Sabrico na mina na in they take make the fish so the sardine healthy.
Dr. Adams, when they talk say you want promote food security. When they talk say you want promote food security, but you dey go way inside Norway for go buy tomato because when you say imported tomato ketchup, imported bottled water, so it means they actually come on as alone go buy water also.
But for the bottled water, we get a cool local.
Yeah, I know. But I want to turn to Doctor. So what are you saying are the biggest winners and the biggest losers of this policy here?
Yeah, Dr. Modena begin talk about that. Let me talk about the winners first. Begin talk about them. The local producers, for instance. They say we not get ketchup, we not produce ketchup, but ketchup get alternative. The alternative na tomato.
Right? Keep on.
Alternative na fresh tomato. So we can start there. So the biggest winners actually are the local producers there. They're not the first winners because basically if you look at all this, this particular set of taxes here. I think the major aim is now protection. Again, the government want for a structural shift. They want to protect the local industries here for produce. Like how you say, if we are not producing something, they want to encourage you for can begin producer. If we produce something, they want to create the demand for them, enough demand for them for consumer. The Sabrina sardine they talk about. Or there is another brand where they see
CPR sardine.
I don't know if it's local or Paddy.
Okay, yes, Paddy na the Indian man then get
yes.
I don't know if Nayasu then they make the product, but na the Indian man then they actually operate Paddy product.
So let us say don't look at it. Let us say people with consumer preferences, we taste they're not going to call for it. What the government they try for encouraging for do now is When I forget about this thing when they come more and that because it's a little more expensive, when I begin consume now. And so when they build the local economy, when they build the local producers, the second winner is actually Sierra Leone. And why I say Sierra Leone? Given that the economics work as it's supposed to be, then a caveat to get for think about. A government try to enforce and say that's what it for work. This will create jobs locally. Because if we all begin consume that Sabrina sardine now, they get for create jobs for fishermen there, they get for create jobs for people that when they work at the factory levels, they get for create jobs for people that when they process the oil. So it will create jobs. So
me clear. If you want to be a little sick, no. If you if
the third winner, that government itself, government they get revenue, a lot of revenue from them.
Okay.
Then I want winning. Then two, don't think about that no more. If they don't discourage the imported, we'd expect a lot of money, foreign exchange, for bringing them to here inside. So if government able to discourage them to here, it will lessen the pressure on foreign exchange. It will actually solve some of the foreign exchange problems. It will ease down the pressure on the foreign exchange. Probably it will even result with money appreciated a little bit more.
I like your optimism, but you know, for let business culture shift, it can difficult.
Yeah.
So sometimes they lot talk say, now me right now they import ketchup, then this tax here can be. That means say they actually turn me because if the farmers they not change their attitude, if farmers they not shift their culture, that means say me I will be the biggest winner. Me where they import the ketchup. So it means the how do you call them? It means I go well not to smuggle say yes I will get more for even profits where you can pan stuff like this. So I don't know if really this meant for if this now against importers or this now in favor of.
So talk about the losers. So he asked me. I don't talk about the losers.
Yeah, we don't have the loser.
The losers number one. The losers number one are the importers. The one the way they import right now. The traders and the importers of the foreign goods here. I mean, definitely it increase the cost of buying by 35% basically. Like how you be say.
No, but when you watch the network of traders, like if you go now Abacha Street, you see a lot of women already they're selling imported tomato. They just gonna shop. So if you this tax, what are the effect of this tax on the SMEs them? We then depend on that chain. How they will go into production of local vegetables? Because now that you talk about, say when I go sell local vegetables, when I not sell imported tomato.
Therefore, we have to separate the effect into long. Yeah, we have to separate the effect into long term and short term. Short term, I agree with all. Short term, the effects therefore be negative. Therefore, be negative on the urban consumers. We prefer the imported things here. Therefore, be negative on the one that way Lexi here more than Sabrina. Therefore, be negative on all of it. Therefore, disrupt the supply chain. But if you think about it in the long term, then make us say this is a structural change in government they try for. I'm not there in their thinking, but because I was not part of it. But from economics perspective, I feel say what they try to achieve here is they want shift away from too much importation. One for ease the pressure on foreign exchange.
But you don't think say then they overprotect because like water a lot of people they talk say grafting already there.
Yeah.
So if you increase the import tariff, that means that local people that you don't overprotect them, they can even bump up the prices there.
Yeah, and then that's when they would go get for back.
So now it's
fair. I think that if the economics what I supposed to be, because those are the things we government get for look at, like the regulation. Not just pass the regulation, look at the enforcement as well. So I feel the government get for look at the enforcement as well. But yes, that tax what they put. How many people and they go to restaurants there, I go to some hotels there. Then what are the way Costco they sell and I get there. Meanwhile, we get gazillion producers of bottled water there. Right? So I don't feel like where it comes to that bottled water. The only one way you go question a little bit that the GST where they put on those bottled water because it's get for make cut across, it get for make it a little more expensive for everybody.
So you
yeah, because they put GST then they put import taxes.
Yep. So basically,
so you want for drink plastic water?
well, you know, so even at that, like we get a dispenser. So the dispenser water, now Foodland mostly we can buy from, and Foodland I also then they operate. So not so like say I imported something, it's being produced locally. So the question now when me they ask, like how we talk about overprotection of these local companies, is it that also we they forget for look at even their own GST? And mind you, their own GST back is kind of heavy, almost as equivalent as the import rate. So the question now is, the people that when me feel say now the biggest losers are us the consumers. Because end of the day, I will for buy this product, whether it's imported, whether it's local. Now you have to go buy on the market. Now you have to know how you spend your money. So this is why we ask that in some of these things we for understand how we come about for getting figures there. So for this, and there is something again where really can concern me. Most times some MDAs then they complain that we then cannot make this budget, so we then cannot table in a parliament. So they don't even receive the entrench quick. Some man they receive first tranche of payment September, when are towards the end of the year. Now they receive the first tranche. So who say you they get the balance? Some institutions then they really complain that it's not just about the budget having it on paper, put on a parliament. How do you ensure that it is being rolled out effectively?
You know one other commodity we will not forget within in all of this are cement. Cement, iron rod. Cement. Say Dr. Adams, you say the cement tax back increase.
Yes.
What's not the implication for we one bill, and what's not the implication for
we weigh the bill?
What's not the implications for construction work, construction jobs? So what's that tax they mean?
And at the moment, I hardly see Leosem product on the market. A kind of look shortage in the market. Now I'm more of the imported cement, and I see mostly around. Leosem can do, but sometimes by the way you can say I want 10 bag Leosem, then say hey done. First you go buy the imported one.
So Fambule, you really listen to me. The budget speech then just read them. Friday. These are just initial discussion we get for study and properly, because for let you go into them and they let you know which are the winners, who are the losers. You need to understand, do background checks on them company, then farms then with the top of WhatsApp. But if I no more let Fambule, let them join you, let them all day in the loop in that conversation there. So I want to turn over to you, Dr. Adams, but this thing about cement.
You tell him per bag, but you tell him per 50 kg bag with them put this. You can add, you go add using a new tax, but really not to new tax. This tax be done day. During COVID, they suspended for ease the pressures, for make life easier for Sierra Leonean. Probably the government don't see and say, besides the fact say that they operate a tight fiscal space, they need more money. Probably they don't see and say, it's not necessary again. Because now that be a stimulus. That be a stimulus we then give Sierra Leoneans for support that particular industry there. So once that industry don't settle down, most governments that's what they do, they go remove the stimulus. This you will see and say that be something that be the key for stimulate. For answer your question directly, yes, again for increase, because it's not flat, it's not a percentage, it's not flat rate. And I think say it apply to all cement, not just imports, right? It apply to all cement. So
yes.
It's not really protective.
Yeah, cement not protective. Cement it's across the board.
Yeah, not to use them protected. So this is a flat rate. So in the short run, definitely we get to see some increase in the price of cement. Cement now one thing where they increase. I remember the time where I the bill was 2019, cement was 50,000. By now, it don't go up by 3,000. By 3,000, over 400%. So cement is something where they go up very, very fast. This like cement go disappear today. There's no cement no day. That black market rate it go up by 20 million, 30 million. Cement appear tomorrow. That price will go down again. So that's how prices are sticky downwards Nasalo. That's another structural thing where I think so we need to investigate. Why prices there? When the global shock happens, prices then they go up. But when the global shock stabilizes, prices never come back to their original position. Their importers here, they're the keeper. That's another different thing. But yes, for answer your question, the implication is that we're going to spend a little more on then cement here, especially for construction and infrastructure projects. It go change how we spend? I don't think so.
But you know,
percentage increase.
Una big economists in the room. So something in this, taxation, something that we can do is either a trigger growth or a stall am. So one for no, there's sector where they don't tax, especially like we look now like construction, cement. We dey see say government get this goal of creating 500,000 jobs. So how we then tax there? How they can promote efficiency? They can promote productivity. I don't know if I know say certain when I'm not looking to it, but I don't know if I get comments, Dr. Moyina and Dr. Adams.
Yeah, yes, we get for look at the uses of the taxes here. Which the government priorities going forward. Who side they get for spender. So how it could counterbalance everything else is how they get for, I think Dr. Moyina did mention this, how they get for spend, judiciously spend them money here, and how oversight go look at them whatever is happening. But you raise one question. Anytime the cost of production, because let's see tax as a cost of production. Anytime the cost of production goes up, the farmers are really that they look for ways there to counter that particular cost there. Probably they negotiate better prices with their suppliers. Probably they try to work on the logistics for reduce those costs. We have to see that type of efficiency introduced in that particular supply chain there. And that's one of the effects of taxes. But to answer your question, tax generally they contract. I mean that's the thing. A contractionary measure. Tax generally they contract the economy. We increase they reduce economic activity somehow. They slow down the economy.
Basically, if you're not possible, you get 20 workers, then now you place way in the bill. Then they increase tax. So you go talk to no with this tax I need 18 now. I will get for lay 2 people off. So it means it will get implications. So we get for really see how.
You look for anything.
Yeah.
Just labor, but you look for other ways to counter that.
Also, I will talk say I get for slow the way at the bill. So you get beaucoup implications.
Or maybe I know they use East and San rivers and sand they go pull from you applying the counter, but I will transfer to Sisa. They actually you get for look for ways for counter. So the efficiency that way will be introduced.
So from me on side, I dey look at before we even go to the budget, we will get the former NIA boss. It will give me some statistics of how then they do revenue generation that we generate now trillions of leaves. Now the question is, from where he left office, we know he almost will only generate it. And this is a concern because we want to first of all almost get into the consolidated funds. Okay. You know, so even the imports rate it will increase last year. This year there was a program when I was on where the importers then we complain. They say government increase them by 33%. We obviously it gets an effect on the business. And even the local markets where we serve the go and buy things, of course you're gonna see the price will come up. Now, for answer the question directly where you talk about, it means say if we get more tax, businesses are going to shut their staff a bit. And if they shut down my staff, it means say automatically I not go get that 500,000 we would talk about. So government will employ. But again, the question I can ask, who is the biggest employer in a salon? Mostly not the government. So private people and they try their best for employ people, but government they employ quite a lot of other people into other activities. Look at the ministries, departments and agencies. We get so many government workers in the end. Look at the educational sector, including universities, tech work. Now you know some of the technical vocational colleges they don't migrate into university. Look at Miltimaga yesterday, they getting graduation. I see quite a lot of people in Como from that college. Then we also get the one at the east at Nakono. We then serve the work on their own. And then they get the university where they so IPAM with all over the country. With the Kenema, with the Bo, with the McKinney, with the Pujeron, within Kailaon. So we get campuses all inside. Now, these are all public universities, and then they push their own. So if we talk about having these things done, and sometimes when we receive them money there, so from governments in the forms of salaries and allowances, we spend back into the economy. So indirectly wetin we dey earn now they give back to the country for let we get the services and for the goods.
So we really need for think through wetin then TMA for productivity. I know we don dey talk quite a lot about the control measures them, but I know so we get for talk about.
I want to add something before we go to the control measures. Okay, so wetin they say is, so let us not forget the government not a one approach it take. There are two approaches it take. It increase taxes on one area, but it protects other areas. Okay, it increase taxes on one area, it protects other, basically for those taxes we are meant, one for revenue and two for protect them. So let me say this area where it tax, that except they get for contract, I agree. But the areas where it protects, if we follow the economics, if we work like I supposed for all, they for expand. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. So though it puts back on, so the one that we work on imported egg supply chains, probably they will be affected. But if the production of local eggs go up, those supply chains could just recalibrate themselves and go towards the local egg chain. So the effect on the labor, not that clear cuts like how we post for sale, like labor will go down. No, because there are two approaches government take care. One, they counter the other effect. So it depends no more on how we able to grow the local production, like how you say, how we able to grow, if it will outweigh the negative of the taxes. So it depends on that. But
so thanks a whole lot. So Fambolem, we get for really turn in the next 3 minutes we will turn to Una for Una we day online or UA Day. You can actually send your message on Facebook. For UA Day on the radio, you can call on 072641729, 072641729. Now the number for call we get for open the line just now. But before that, we just want for turn quickly in one minute. Then after that, they will go to
the phone line.
Yeah, they will go to the phone line. So you see, say okay, for what we don't discuss so far, how, Dr. Moina, how you see this budget? If you say for like evaluate this budget here in 1 minute, how you go evaluate them?
Well, I think say it gets some loopholes then as a document. Some consultations are forbidden be done. You talk about, especially we talk about the one we get for do with the traders, the importers and everybody. Before you come up with such numbers, if I don't discuss with them first, engage with them. These are the people
that are actually, with them.
Well, I don't get that knowledge they it because most times when anything that also can come up, you will see. Just observe the media this week. Quite a lot of groups and therefore come out. Hey, Papa government, you not be engaged with we. We know you're nothing from you. This was also Ohio. It will affect your business and anything and it. So just watch out the space for this up to December. You will hear a lot of complaints about this. So I believe say for moving forward, government for actually engage with these people. Let's see how best we could do this. We talk about the winners and the losers and everything. I believe say the winners, the more basically now the one that we did within the big 5 game changers, the agriculture, the education, the public servants. These are people we of course then they work with. Then the losers, of course, they get for be the people of Sierra Leone, because now we get for service most of the thing that we get for coming to them. So we are kind of concerned. It's
the people of Sierra Leone we prefer pouring goods.
Well, basically no.
You can't go for Cam.
Honestly speaking, we can't control the taste of Sierra Leoneans.
You can't control. So you can only create alternative.
Yeah, you can create an alternative, but you can't control.
Okay.
Because look at it from this angle. How long waste have we got on the produce? From last year, right? But today, but people then prefer forget that the local, that the imported CPA sardine and other stuff.
Okay, Dr. Adams, 1 minute, under 1 minute. What's the from which the segment we don't discuss so far? What are your assessment of the budget speech? Okay, I think say Dr. Adams, if freeze right now, we can take a break, and after break then we can go for 1 minute break. After break we will go to the people then.
Come to True Talk Radio, you home for facts, fairness and fearless conversations about salon economy.
We're not just any radio. We na economic governance registration where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way we go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This is the platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salon economy.
We not just any radio. We na economic governance registration where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way we go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This is the platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salon economy.
We not just any radio. We na economic governance registration where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way we go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This is the platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk.
Yes, Fambule, we don't come back. I mean, this very important talk on True Talk Radio with the partner radio station then on the budget speech. So this budget speech where Minister of Finance, Honorable Sheku Fantamani Bangura don't put together with his team. Now they analyze today. And this budget speech, you get serious implication for you, the tax you get for pay, the what you get for expect as an individual and as a business person. So now we can open the line. The number now 072-641-729, 072-641-729. But I think say we've been they talk to Dr. Adams. Dr. Adams, now you been the give you
1 minute.
You 1 minute summary. Dr. Adams, you there with you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so we've been talking. Say, let you just in 1 minute summarize. Let you summarize the what you feel. But I see people and not begin call. Hello.
Okay.
Hello, True Talk.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good. Okay. We don't lost that call. Yes, Dr. Adams, make your point, please.
So the 2026 Finance Act itself, we've done the budget, we result into the budget. I feel say not a perfect document, like how Dr. B point out. I feel say there are some things which maybe they don't do better. But waiting at this, my conclusion is that it's not a clear signal of who sides rally for go. We they enter a period who side the country must rely on the revenues that we will able to raise for ourselves. We they enter a period who side the country for tightening leakages, and we they enter a period who side the country for protect waiting matter to ordinary people there. Waiting matter for protect waiting matter for the growth of the economy. Yes, I agree. Tax they don't go up. If you talk, especially unfair, we are facing in the short term again for influence for that side there. But this therefore bring short term pressure. I agree. But at the same time,
hello,
don't reduce taxes on.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, caller. Welcome to True Talk Radio.
Yeah, how you do?
Good.
Okay. Now when you talk about this budget, you know this is sir?
Yes, I want to talk about the budget.
Yes, my contribution here is
Yes.
we dey make number government. The condition we dey right now in this country. If you dey add anything now in this country by then the cost of living as well go be difficult. You don't understand me, sir?
Yes.
So men and level we shall dey that go be okay. We dey pass all the forget where you drink and things there. But they are all things there in the country dry, but they don't have problem. They go pass me that one day. Well, I'm afraid, so I do. But that I'm going to.
Who said the call from?
I dey call from Go.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The parcel like government left for Usaudi.
Yes. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, yeah.
Like yeah, good evening. Now, this conversation will not pass. So,
Yeah.
because a salon man will not believe say anything way cheap. Always with the fixing a fake and not original. So, government need to come sensitize the people and what make them do so. If you know, but even they cut original self, they make an salon. People that know buy, they no mind. They go buy the tier one because they fix the tier one nine no fake.
Okay, so
need for sensitizing.
so you're okay with the tax, eh?
Well, now for the country, if they use them without corruption, no, that it's okay.
Okay.
But if they use them back with corruption, it's not correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Who's that you call from?
But they call Nakabala.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Doctor, even they make a point.
That continue.
I see
So
it.
like I be say that continue.
Yes.
Okay, so like I be say
Oh my
so we
God.
don't see say government.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Yeah, this is Alfred from Bo.
Alfred.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you plenty thanks for the way to set the conversation. But this budget here, brother, what we really try for saying not to the taxes and the much to do this running like we need to be specific. But the implementations, how they can able monitor. For example, from the time when the cement raise back, the palm oil rise make it go down. But they talk about the scale. From that time, even now and then, no money should not there for say the scale, the thing and be 50 kilo. If not 20 kilo, now no money should not be take place again for 3 years. If for stand as a 50 kilo. If they say, for example, now we will not say, if they say cement, now this social amount, yes, people don't accept. But sometimes satisfied the way they go, if they mix this mess, the bag is more satisfied the way they go, it's big, enough stable. That's the one aspect.
Okay.
Coming to this food side, my brother, yes, we look at food side for not able to produce for ourselves. I not say yes, we need that responsibility we still need for to produce for ourselves. But how they go able, how the government go able help with the local farmers there, so that we still go able help the government for produce with the local commodity. So at the end of the day, we not go depend on this too much Western world food, so that the much of the bundles the way the government gets will go decrease.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you very much. I think we get mixed reaction from callers.
Yeah.
Some people they talk say, oh my God. Hello. Good evening, True Talk Radio.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening, True Talk Radio.
Yeah, good evening, sir. In Hassan Kumar, they call from McKinney.
Yes.
I actually listen to that radio. Project, they talk about project all the time. Of course, alone, we don't always listen to project hearing all the time. I like a sick tune. But today, me and Konsama just like a prayer. And they pray that what do they expect later happen 2026, because this is on the morning. We just like waiting up and they say let help we to maintain waiting that we though we left for the depends on other people and for the help we all the time.
Okay.
So they pray that changes they happen now.
Thank you. So I just see a lot of powerlessness in the voice of people in the call. So I see on one hand there is a faith say this thing I go able make follow team up for ourselves, just like how Dr. Adams made the talk, so that they try for create activities, economic activities in other sectors them. So you get for staff some sectors them. Hello, True Talk Radio.
How are you, sir?
Good day.
I think I James, I call from McKinney.
Yes. How are you?
Fine. I want to know if any increment day for public servants project.
Increment day for public servants. Now for read the budget, you know public servant?
Yeah.
Okay, we will just make initial reaction. So I cannot remember all written inside the budget.
Yeah, that's a 20%.
Yeah, 20% increase. Yes, yeah. Dr. Moina they talk about say there's a 20% increase, but you get different categories.
January or April.
They say September. They cannot say January or September. Yes, September we don't pass. Then so we forget 20% increment according to waiting.
So it's retroactive. So it means they get for you.
So when they get for reflect.
Well, that one on the Ministry of Education get for like talk to you on that day, or the Ministry of Finance. But I say for public servants, there's a 20% increment. A part of the document.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so so you see the winner.
All manga inside.
you see the winner there.
All manga inside we like interested in.
Now make can be say government na the greatest winner. Now one of the winners.
Okay. Okay, so I see a lot of calls in the coming. Hello.
No, listen to them.
Yeah, Alfred again from Bo.
Yeah, Alfred. Yes.
Yeah. Again, the attention come back again about this increment of salaries for public servants. Because this again got be a hurry, a doubt. I want to know because 2025 increment till now is not able to reflect. So if they do another increment again for 2026, when we will get 2025?
Alfred, you know public servants?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So if from when they make increments for 2025, you not still reflect it?
They're not reflecting. That is what I'm saying, sir.
Okay, I only hope say government officials that they listen to this. One of the reasons why we they get this radio program now for we filter our voice directly to them. So it's not just about.
We don't run from here. We don't go take frequent. The kitchen we say we not go with. We solve we problems there. At the end of the day, even the one who gets now the provinces then that they need for help, but we voices them except we take a move. This I know be the problem to now. It cannot really too much.
Okay, so
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We will send a voice to the government.
Definitely, we will make let them know it's not just about committing it on paper, but you have to put it in practice. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I talk and also say even 2025 increments, some man not receive it. Then at 2026.
Okay.
You see, government own business, he had to follow you defend too much because sometimes they will tell you, so we don't send another ministry, but your ministry not actually reflects that you paycheck it. So,
but the thing is, so the bottom line here we need to get is that people they look at her from their young perspective.
Hello, True Talk Radio. Hello, yes, True Talk Radio.
Yeah, good evening, brother Andrew, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny. Yes, Johnny.
Looking at the budget, now 2 or 3 major aspects we just summarize something. Production, foreign exchange, then we get the private sector. If you look at all these different aspects which contribute to the economy of the country, you will see say, and let me give you 10 million. If the cost of things in the market not commensurate to the salary, we could able to afford or sustain the home and the other needs, then the idea of increment is an unquantified success. It not really reflects effectively for address the problems the economic problems, the pocket,
Okay.
the household, the indices, place.
Okay.
Then we talk about president travel. Okay, travel, yes, but what is coming in the country? Something may come in. It may not be immediate. It may be medium or long term. Some may be immediate because, like we can see, the investors they want to come in for improve on the solar system, for improve on the energy. So much of it. So, like, if we don't increase boost with production, we never forget the necessary foreign exchange.
Okay, Johnny, you look like say you don't did.
Then we not get affected.
Yeah, you don't did done.
Come back.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I think Johnny, they just agree with your point you make earlier about the presidential travels and the cost benefit analysis. So we'll not do that one day yet. So clearly you see, family, if you were to talk, I want if you call you talk about which you want to see in the budget. Waiting like with somebody they talk about the questions the way you want to raise about the budget, because the one the way you want to analyze the budget, you can always take them, you read them for yourself. I mean, you don't need for call again for analyze the budget. Okay, so I think so we can turn to, we just get two more callers, they will turn to another topic. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. True Talk Radio.
Yes, True Talk Radio. Yeah.
Yeah. In my own submission, I believe say this whole budget now revenue mobilization now I think the government is like we don't reach a point whereby nothing not the past government therefore raise more tax so that they will go for run the state. Because for now, I don't think they will get anything with the export was substantial. So at the end of the day, just like I say, I'm willing. So then the fry wood to oil. That's what we see.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I mean, you actually summarize the budget.
Mm.
Hello?
Yeah, Johnny again.
Oh my God. Yes, John.
The Minister of Finance at one time engaged in some discussion with regard Salome government for embark on mining. Or we empower with private sector, with government, for make we embark on mining rather than leaving it to foreign investors. Because if we see what's in the go out and what's in the review in terms of tax, it's just a pittance. And we get so much to do with money. We have for service with external loans, internal loans, we get so much to do. We have for service with social institutions then, we're talking about salary, we're talking about transportation, energy, so much to do when our money needed. So let us embrace. Look, some people that you talk say, government not going to money, government not going to business. No, the aspect of business we government is going to.
Okay.
Not as authentic or pancake that hit. We are talking about international business.
Okay.
The book. America and America. Western as country they talk about we bedding drilling. We're going to do the gas fracking. Because they need money, government they enter into it. The people when they enter into this in the day, they know the percentage they give the government.
Thank you very much. So I say
just something really we're going to reflect with nationalism.
Okay.
As Realionians. No, we show with Realionians.
Johnny don't make Johnny. Johnny don't make a last call today. Thank you.
Come on, now calculate something and see what you can do for this country.
Thank you very much for making your last call for today.
Johnny don't go buy beaucoup support.
No, I think say this budget speech here a lot of people and get interested in them. And they see us trying to invite somebody from the Ministry of Finance for really can't explain to people in detail, but some of them things because the document just come up fresh and we read them, we get for read them side by side with the with the Finance Act. But I want let we stop. We don't stop for listening out to Fambulem. I want to turn back to the studio now. Dr. Moyina, doctors, we in all of this, people don't talk about boku tax. They don't talk about boku areas them we levies and anything in there. But a lot of concerned people they talk about how you care for use the money, waiting care for be the controls, waiting care for be the measures.
Okay.
So when you read the speech, you see controls, measures, internal audit, external oversight. Then we didn't get. So I don't know, Doctor Adams, you deal with we?
Yes, I deal with we.
Okay, so I want to start with anyone who can take the first question. What you wanna see? How wanna see the internal controls then?
Well,
like the anti-corruption measures
okay.
then we.
So like basically, for me, I can always say the measures we government take is kind of standard. Of course, we get the audit service alone, waiting for audit, especially for government departments, ministries, and agencies, the MDAs. The ACC back there for bringing the one away accused and we found of corruption to book. And I noticed say for this year, ACC go tell you say they don't do a lot of revenue generation for recover some of the lost money they are so from people. Then I know say by next month the reports get for come out. For the all side, ACC will recover this amount of money and the amount of money they need. Now we still get a question on how will they utilize these budget funds. You know, so before we left for go for the break, I will talk on this say some ministries, departments, and agencies they tell you say today they don't receive the money yet. The one we then forget for this 2025. And this is the last month of the year we're coming into. December starting tomorrow. So who's the way they will get that 2025 money there, especially the increments and who's the way they will receive them? That's a true concern. If they don't receive them, what the ACC go do for address the issue? Because meanwhile, I'm telling you, I can always say this even last week I talk on another media. We get two sets of people in a salon. We got people in a salon we get a job. We got people in a salon with the work. So you will get a job, you know say we months done, at least your salary they come in you for control them. Some people they don't go work so who said they end up back now for go trust back. As you receive salary, so you go pay that all while they go trust back all that side. So you know say that workman and they also possibly get a job. So these are the discrepancies where we get. We live in a country whereby sometimes you take home, not they even take you home. Now still to the left with you. Then you come home, you get a large family for take care of, picking and get for go school, things need to be done. So it's something that we really concerned about getting what we should get at this point in time. We're talking about increment of salaries for some people. Some people have not received the increment until date. What are we going to do about it? How do we address it? The internal auditors the way they come from either the audit service alone or probably from their auditing firms there. So how do they make these things known to public? So it is something that is very much crucial that we know, because if we play with too much money, big money, how do we account for these monies when they don't perform well?
Yes, Dr. Adams.
Yeah, like how you talk, we go put the controls here into two buckets. The one way externally target.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, so I think so we lost Dr. Adams. We will try for bring him in again. It's a shame we lost him. So I think say if we talk say we try for put the thing into two buckets. I don't know the point we will talk, but we will talk about the one we externally targeted and the one we internally driven. So I'm not able to know the controls that we will talk about. So but what we will try for talk say, you know, a lot of people then get concerned say if they get all of them money here, you get loopholes them. and you who side the revenue they go and how it directly benefits people them.
Yeah.
So now that, because at the end of the day, if we collect all of the money and you actually support farmers, the money go into agriculture, people are not going to mind. So you see any problem with that? Andy?
Nope. As long as the final consumer receive the money, it's very good. But what's going to happen in the instance where the person not receive the money? When are some of the cases that we will handle right now? Because if you talk about fit salon, that's Okonandi small, yeah. You know, so we get a big problem right now with the fit salon.
Yeah,
Now,
I think say Dr. Adams don't join with.
Okay.
You don't join with Dr. Adams. Yes, you will make a point, but I say for some reason your line just dropped. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Yes. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. For some reason, I think say the network.
Yeah.
Dr. Adams, they far away from we. Yes. You get through now.
I dey get you on the WhatsApp, but I don't look to get you on.
No, just make a point. We dey get to you for talk on the WhatsApp, please.
Oh, okay. So I mean, they talk about the control systems and say me they look at the external control system when they put in place, especially for monitor petroleum products. Why are they focused on petroleum products? Because these are the largest imports, and these are the largest taxpayer. You will you will say besides government employees and government workers. If they look at all the industries, and therefore this also that the sideway revenue can leak much more frequently than the other areas there. So they put some measures in place. One, they say of all the tax you don't put per you dey pay way before you take her out of the depot, out of the storage facility. Before this time, they allow you to take her, you go sell there, you can't reconcile, you say, now this are sell, you pay the taxes there. Now, there leakages that they happen. For instance, if you smuggle out of the country, it's not so that they pump here, you go able lie. And if you get so many dealers there, the dealers they all get for coordinate and tell you this, now this are sell, now this are sell, now this are sell. It becomes cumbersome and difficult. And accounting becomes very, very difficult. You don't go able to account for everything. But if they pay you right from where they come on, the one depot will say everything there, that will plug some of them holes that we talk about. The second control mechanism where I feel say a good, if we implement it very well, is that 50% punishment where they put on any still dealer we produce fraudulent document system, especially from the SWIFT system payments. If you go produce documents and that this I don't pay this and that, beyond the taxes we get for pay 50% more on that. But it not stop there. They actually extend that to the bank. Any bank will collude with you and produce them fake documents here. Instead they charge, instead they pay. In the past, how many times you don't hear say NRA people there they don't collaborate with GTC Bank or this and that, all them banks there result into nothing that happen to the bank there. Probably they go arrest the worker we involved, send them to prison. But now they say with the target the institution, not just the person where they work in the bank, the institution where they will collude with any dealer for treat with government with the target instead for go punish her. So I think them two external control mechanisms there, commendable and good.
Yeah, I think so. While all landed good, these are all controls at the level of revenue. We see they come in for government, and why government will make sure say this are the make sure say this come into me. So they see say it's largely controls around revenue raising. But what about expenditure controls? Like we got
revenue raising that they will be done. They lost a lot of money.
But why is that true? You they see say some people and they would in the contract. We they see say this person here they don't contract this year for go make road. They don't contract this person here. So at both revenue and expenditure, the economy they lost at both ends. So whilst would they talk say a good like then tax there, waiting most of the callers that we don't they talk about how they make sure say then tax there, then increases there, they are actually reflected on the ground. So their expenditure controls them. And
expenditure controls now another area where definitely government have to pay attention to, especially when it come like how you they say when it come to the bidding processes, whether we they give which contract to for allow other people there for allow competitive bidding. These are laws that all we enter into that. But this area, this is the internal control system the way Dr. Moyni be done the address on how for handle the corruption systems where anti-corruption they in charge of. I agree, though they are equally important as the revenue aspect. But my point is the revenue aspect now in the make will result into more and more taxes, because anytime we raise money, we not do the next year we defend another way for raiser, we not do the next year we defend another raise, the following year we defend another raise for raiser. So if we help control this, the revenue when they come in enough for we. I don't see why we continue for raise taxes. Why taxes are stable in most countries now because of that. Because they get tight control. In the US, for instance, if you invest, you know, people they go life imprisonment for just tax, for basic income tax. So if you will handle that aspect, we can able easily shift up to the other, because we get mechanisms already in place. Now just the enforcement lacking a little bit.
Okay, so thank you very much. I think so we can wrap up shortly. So I want let you give final word. Family, I think so we don't talk quite a lot, but I want let Dr. Moinin let you give final word. After that, they come to you, Dr. Stevens.
So basically, my own final word is very, very simple one. Let we all take time and observe and read through the budget. Let us see and learn more about how the thing they are so could be better and how we could make them worthy. Remember, saying that we all get one salon. If me and you not sit down and show interest about what's in the going on the country, then I don't think so we get need for all of the financial. And as always, I want to say thank you to IGR and to Talk Media for it and gets me back now. So
thank you very much. Dr. Stevens, you can wrap up.
Yes. My final word will be directly to government, and my final word will be implementation. Now implement and like how we say with the implementer. If the enforcement system work, if the digital tax administration, when they just talk about it work, if we able to support the local producers, therefore let them fill that gap where we don't create immediately with them there. If all done the work, then policies here go strengthen the economy going forward. That's my hope. Let we ensure say we implement and we enforce the laws and we make sure say let we not create a hole and let the hole. Because some of them taxes are definitely going for create a hole. We put a tax per sardine and for create a hole for the sardines. But let us support the local producers then. Let them turn around quickly and able to fill these holes.
So thank you very much. What you know me to say finally, I tell you now all thank you because the one that we make calls, the one that we don't listen to we big allegiance them, Dr. Moina and Dr. Adam Stevens, for the tremendous contribution they don't make. Clearly, where you get you put your economy under control, you will get respect in the world. If they see say today, they just watch the news where Donald Trump they say you get list of country that when in country are no one and they get problem with them for letting come America and one pound in a salon. Where you economy run fine, all you people them they gladly with you. You passport they get respect. That run away people and they run away. They know they run away again because they talk say that they get dignity for come back now. So then see how they talk about not to just simple talk, then get deeper implications on how they live side by side each other as citizens and how the rest of the world will look at we. So we say congratulations to the Ministry of Finance because they don't go read out this budget speech, but we get to follow this closely and ensure say it's actually implemented by the letter, and in fact law even achieve way more than waiting and stipulate now. So till next week we say tata until we get another conversation, but one make sure say somebody from the Ministry of Finance actually care it face the public and take questions from her. Thank you very much.
Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salon Economy.
We're not just any radio. We're an economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This is the platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk.